Welcome to Relaxing and Repairing. We are on, there we are, we're dead. We're on our episode 18, part 2. Now we're supposed to unite the two fronts, the south with the north. So far we have a problem with the north. Anyways, the north is holding for itself and we're just gonna get our main fleet or main tanks going up north. So, it is March 23rd. The spring is in the air, love is in the air, birds are chirping in the air, and we got 8 inches of snow coming from the air. Because the angels are working overtime now. Because, Easter's coming. Oh, I forgot a tongue. Easter's coming, and, they want to make sure that they stay in heaven. Because, you know what happened to that one that didn't do their job, right? So they want to be staying in heaven, so we're going to have 8 inches of snow. Now, I already cleared it once today. It was about 5 inches, so till the morning we're gonna get another 3 or so, if not more. We'll see tomorrow morning. It's not the easy snow, it's the heavy snow, the one you don't want to clear out, tigers. The one you don't want to clear, but don't want to lift at least, so I'm gonna have to break out my my snow blower and do it this way. Usually just push it, but not this time. So anyways, that's going to be my job for tomorrow. Today it's done. And we're going to be playing our Blitzkrieg here. Yeah, so that's how it goes. Let's establish this. They did bomb me here, a little bit bomb me. Right there. Artilleried me or Nebelwerfered me. And we got a little bit of beat up there. But what are you going to do about it? We'll just keep going. Yeah. So, let's see. I'm gonna need some repair stuff, and we pounded that already. There, that hill. We gotta pound that hill with something. I think I'll just use my Calliopes later. Alright, so that's what it is. So I'm gonna tell you a little story from my earlier life today, because I feel like a storytelling while we play this thing. And my earlier life, I'll tell you about my first car. Not about my first car, the first car that my family got. And we were in Poland, and I think it was about 5 or 6 years old when we got the first car. In Poland, you have to go on a list to get a car. You didn't just get a car. You didn't go to a dealership and you pick up a car. You got to get on a list because they didn't have cars. So somehow my father, I don't know how all that works because I was too little to know about it, but I know you have to get on a list to get it. And so my father got on that list, and I guess it was his turn. So then once you get to it, you get the car, and you have to pay for it. Excuse me. Still under the weather. We get this massive snowstorm, and still got a sore throat and all that stuff. But anyways, our first car was the Syrenka 105, or for the Polish people, Syrenka 105. So what it is basically the translation of the word Syrenka is just mermaid. Okay, it's the emblem of the city of Warsaw, which is just a little mermaid there. The other one that's in there is the Nike with the sword over her head, but this is the main translation for Syrenka would be a mermaid. Oh, there we go. Lost another artillery. Why not? Something's got a long range somewhere there. Somewhere there. There's one. There's probably right there. I'm not sure, but somewhere there's artillery. So, anyways, that just for those of you who are car buffs, right? Because we all car buffs. Just give you a little bit background on it. You can. Oh, if you wanna, look it up. It's Syrenka or Syrena. Really, it's you spell it Syrena and 105. Now I don't know what the 105 stood for. I guess it was like a model, but my life they all look the same. So I don't know what the difference was, but there it is. So and it had a three cylinder engine with a and it was a 2-cycle. So if you don't know what a 2-cycle is, if you get a weed whacker, that's what 2-cycle engine is. So we had that car, and it was first and foremost, everywhere I went before we got the car was through trains And you get on a train, and you know, I go to grandma's house. You get on a train, ride about 4 hours, then you get on a bus, drive about another 2 hours. What's wrong with this guy? Why can't I move? Oh, there it is. He hid behind a lamp. So, anyways, everywhere I went, you know, it was a long ride, because that's what it is. In the bus, or you drive in a train. That's how you commuted. So then we got the little car, and that was fun. Fun little car. But it was a 2-cycle. Every time you start it up, you get that smoke screen in the back. You know how you get sometimes you get the old car in front of you and it's got that smoke pumping out. Well, that's how Sirenka drove, and that's normal for a 2-cycle, just like for your weed whacker. That's normal, unless you get a battery operated. Now you gotta mention that, because some people go, "Oh, my weed whacker's got a battery. I didn't know it doesn't matter." So no, you got, if you have an engine on it, it's a 2-cycle, just like a chainsaw. That's how the car ran. You start it up, it's a cloud of smoke, and that's normal because they burn oil naturally, and so, anyways, it was fun time to run it. And the one story I want to tell about the car is one of my aunts who lived in the mountains, and you had to go down the mountain, and then you had to come back up that mountain to get out of that house. And you know, they didn't make the road straight down because no one would make it up. They made it, you know, little wavies, turn to the right, turn to the right, turn to the left, you know. And this car, it had no problems going down the hill. By God, did it suck going up that hill. We as kids, we were always laughing at it, you know, because there's a smoke screen behind us. That thing is going, and my father is like, "Shut up, shut up." Oh, fun times. But anyway, you know, in Poland, you also, you know, people don't work the weekends. When you have weekends, people don't work 6 days, you know. And when I was younger, I went 6 days to school. In the 7th, it was just like God. And on the 7th, we rested, so it was Sunday. But not always. Like, my father was a coal miner, so he had to work shifts. Sometimes he get Tuesday off, sometimes he get Wednesday off, sometimes you gotta work 3rd shift, sleep during the day. You gotta be quiet. But anyways, that's how that went. So once in a while, we all got lucky, and we had that one Sunday that we were all free. My mom didn't work, my father didn't work, and of course we didn't go to school. The only obligation was to go to church, and then we could go somewhere in the car. And when earlier on, when the gas was okay and everybody had gas and it was all right, we did go to that place called. It was a flowage by the Ribnik Electric Company, which they had the power plant there, coal-fired power plant. But they had that big flowage, and on that big flowage, they had a little ship, or, you know, I was in the Navy, but I forget the name of it. But it's a very fast ship that's almost fly on it. And I'm trying to remember the name, because it's a hydrofoil. It's got those little wings underneath, and it's something, you know, for a little kid, it's something else to see. When that thing comes by, the hull is raised out of the water, and it just skims the water on those fins, and it's just amazing, you know. So you could go on there, and they have a little tours if you want. We never did, but in any case, it was fun to watch that thing go by, and they give you a little run around the lake and that. It was fun. Anyways, so when we got together on Sunday, and the, you know, stars aligned and everything, and planets aligned, and everything worked out great, we would go to that flowage. You know, it was a little beach there, and it was fun, especially for us little kids. But you know, we all had jobs to do when we went there. So my job, you know, was not to get dirty before I get in the car and go to the lake. That was one job I had. My sister was more responsible, so her job was to make sure, you know, she picks up like the not dishes but plates. So we get lunch there. You know, we didn't go there for like an hour or something. We went there for a whole day. So she had to get plates, you know, forks, you know, can opener, key item right there, can opener, stuff like that. And that was one job she had. Now she was little then. And of course there was my mom. My mom would take care of the food, you know. And when we go, we don't make like sandwich ahead of time. We make the sandwiches there when we get. Oh, there we go. Buns there for when we get to the beach, because everybody's gonna eat something else, or whether they want to eat or don't want to eat. You know, it's another whole thing. But in any case, so everybody did their job. You know, my father's job was the most important one. He had to look good and get us there. Get us there and get us back with no problems. So that was his job. Anyways, we did go to the lake. We had a great fun time. I got a nice spot on the beach. And then, you know, kids are hungry. Gotta eat. And what happens is, my mom is making the sandwiches, all that stuff. My father is looking, you know, taking his tan, I guess, and we're just playing in the water. And my mom goes like, well, we got nothing to eat because all we got is slices of bread, and our cans of meat cannot be open because somebody, my sister, right, forgot the can open. So this is Sunday. In Poland, on Sunday, you don't go and buy a can opener at the store. Stores are closed. Everything's closed. The only place that was open was church. And that was it. Nowadays, it's probably different, but during that time, that's how it was. So now my father has a dilemma. Kids gotta eat, and he can't open the cans. So what he did, you know, we didn't have a knife. Nobody brought a knife. Or he didn't have you could use a knife to punch the can, but the knife we had was like a little one. It would break, you know, so he didn't want to use that. So what he had to do is get a fork. The fork had on the handle had like a point, not super awesome point, but it had a point. So he had to bend the forks, you know, over, and then pound the whole can with his hand. So he wrapped this rag around his hand, and just each time you hear him just go, damn it! don't think about something else. But each time he's grunting there, and you know his hand is starting to look pretty bad. But he's got to punch that thick can. This is not you know, a little American can where you can, you know, poke it with a razor blade. You got it. That thing was made to survive, you know, nuclear freaking blast. But anyways, kids gotta eat, so that's what he had to do. Is punch that can all the way around till he could open it, and then we could eat. And then he had to straighten that fork back out, and that's how we ate. So that was my little story there for you guys for today. So I'm sure everybody has a story like that. But that was fun times with that car. I like when we went to my aunt's, because that car was just, oh my god, that car trying to get up and down the hill. Down the hill was no problem, but up the hill, like kids, we were laughing. My father was upset, but we didn't have that car for too long. I think we maybe had it 1 or 2 years, and then my father for some reason got rid of it. But it was, you know, for us kids, I don't know if it was used. I think it was new, because for us kids, it had that new car smell to it. But yeah, it was interesting car to get around, and that I remember too. Those were my, you know, more enjoyable times during the younger time when we were all together with the family. So yeah, that was fun. But that poor guys, what he had to go through, you know, and the most important is like he'd be like working the third shift, and he get home, all he wants to really sleep. And he's got to go and spend time with the kids. He's got to spend time, you know, and all he thinks about is like, I'm gonna just want to get in bed and get some sleep. No, got to go with the kids. The kids are more important. So, but that's the punishment, you know, you get as a parent. So enjoy it. And we kids must remind you what you're supposed to be doing with the kids. So that's just the way it was. Okie dokie. So what are we doing here? Let's see, we gotta get situated here and cross that dam is what they want us to do. So that's what we're gonna do, but first we gotta rescue this whole operation here in the north. They don't look like they need rescuing. Oh, lots of red stuff. Flak, get that flak. Get that flak. There you go, good job. I've got all that infantry in front of us. This is one thing I can't stand about this game. You click this guy, you would think he would just back off, and he turns around, and if there's something behind him, he just get that shot right in the butt. Oh, we got lucky there. We got a flak down, but now we gotta go repair our tank. Oh, is that, looks like there's some more stuff red over there. We're gonna get there shortly here. Let me finish this up here. kind of watching the bridge here. I gotta take that bunker down. I might need to get a scout out there, see what's going on really. Okay. And that's how it goes. That's when you're a kid. I remember that car. That was a fun car. It was a fun car. Everybody knew when you started it. You know, smoke everywhere. that was interesting. So we got some infantry here, huh? So I thought I cleared that up before, but I guess I didn't. I know they got some artillery here somewhere. So we're gonna go and clear this bunker or ditch. We gotta clear this, not this ditch, but the one below it. Let's see what we can get here. Yep. We got a bunker that we want to take down. I don't know if I took that down or not, but I know that there's some Neverwerfer or something there, some kind of artillery pieces there. So we're gonna have to pound them a little bit. What else can I tell you, folks? I'm gonna tell you this little story. This one just came to my mind. I was a little bit older. I was in the first grade, I think we were. So that would be 7. Yes, for those of you who don't know, I moved by that time. But those of you who don't know, in Poland at that time we went to school. First grade was 7 years old. So preschool, I think we started like 5. It was kindergarten, maybe before then. Preschool, and then it was when I was 7, I went to first grade. So when I came to America, I was still almost 2 years behind. And they put me as freshman, so I kind of didn't want to stay in high school for that long, because I'd be like 20 years old when I get out. All these people will be 18, I'd be 20 years old, so I skipped. You know, I found out that in America, all you have to do is just get enough credits and you graduate. So the required credits there was 21, and plus, you know, you had to get the what was it required? The English, the math, amazingly, physical education was required also. So that was one thing I did, but I did it in 3 years, so I was 1 year behind. Anyways, it is what it is, was what it was, and we'll just move on from there. But anyways, back to my first grade. You know, we moved to a new apartment, 2-bedroom, I would call it, living room, kitchen, very nice, very sizable, very nice. It was what they call, there were commie blocks, but they were built under the East German license. So there were East German commie blocks. And so they built one of them for us, and they were still building 2 more. It was like a three block neighborhood type of deal, 3 commie blocks neighborhood. And anyways, my friend lived right next door to me, and we were in school. And you know, when you went to school in Poland, you didn't have buses. You had 2 good legs. You had to learn how to use them. So that's how we went to school. You walked. And some of the people that went to school with me had to walk a long distance, you know. It wasn't like really itsy bitsy. They had at least a kilometer, 2 kilometers to go. Yeah, so some of my folks had to, some of the kids, you know, had a long distance to work, like a kilometer, 2 kilometers. Some lived in the different neighborhoods, and you know, that's you didn't have the bus, you didn't have the conveniences like here. You just got that little backpack, pack your school stuff in it, and go to school. And you know, when you were little, you know, your parents took you to school, maybe a first week, couple days, whatever it was, whatever it took for you to get used to it. After that, you went by yourself. Nobody, you know, cared. So you have all these kids going to school at the same time. And anyways, like I said, you know, you didn't have no bus, two good legs. You better learn to use them, and that's how we went. So, anyways, it was up the hill because you got to start with that. It was up the hill both ways. I had to go up the hill to school. I had to go up the hill from school. But anyways, it was a rainy day, and as the kids we went, and there was this puddle. Sorry, I got confused here a little bit. There was this puddle that we saw, you know, in construction, where they did construction over there. We're going to talk about that a little bit later, but when they did construction over there, they didn't put no barricades around it or nothing. You know, you're supposed to use your two eyes. We're going to see if we got something there. There it is. Okay, you got your own eyes. You got to be able to see that, hey, there's a ditch there. You don't go in there. You know, that was your responsibility. You had nobody to sue because who dug ditches in the road? You know, government. How you gonna sue them? Oh, go, 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 go. Oh, go, don't. Ah. I hope he survives, but we'll see. And anyways, so they dug out this ditch on the street there, and it was raining, so there was a puddle, and me and my friend were going back from school home. And so we went around and got to that puddle, and my friend had galoshes on, you know, the rubber boots, and I didn't. So it was his job to check how deep that was. Now, we all have jobs, and that was his job. You know, the supervisor that I was supervising, and it was his job to check how deep that puddle was. So he did his job. He put one foot in it, and the rest of him fell right in it, and he disappeared. And he popped up. I grabbed his arm, and I was trying to pull him out, and I was laughing so hard because it was hilarious, man. I mean, the guy just put his foot down and just fell right in and disappeared. And you know, I don't know. The point of it that he's gonna die was not on me. The point that it was funny as hell, it was. And I couldn't pull him off, even though I held him by the arm. I couldn't pull him out. Eventually, we know, I stabilized myself, and we got him out slowly. And but then there was the problem. What do you tell your parents? Because now, you know, luckily, it's raining. But this guy is completely soaked, boots, everything he's got, mud on his face, because that's how that was. And so that's, you know, safety number one in Poland. You know, you could drown in the you could drown in a ditch, dug by the road. So anyway, that was ours. So we then walked a long way trying to, I don't know, drain him or something. So then we walked by the street, and this huge bus came by and made the whole thing even worse because it sprayed you know, the water draining down the hill on us. And so we, you know, I had like a what they call mish, which was like a fur leather coat, and that coat was destroyed after that because it sprayed all that mud on it, and my mom couldn't get it out. So it wasn't just him who got it on that day. Yup, I had to learn once again through my butt to my head. Yeah, those were good days. But anyway, let's just concentrate here a little bit because we're supposed to push across here. So we gotta clear this bunkers, ditches, and all this stuff, and push across for a little bit. And then I might tell you another story. Because, you know, as kids, you know, there's no, you know, like what they have, child-proofing in Poland. There was no child-proofing in Poland. My God, if you, there was so much danger outside. It's especially on those new constructions. They didn't like barricaded anything. Everything was open, and the minute the workers left, there were kids, man, playing in that. So they when they were building the two other commie blocks or East German blocks, they had a huge ass crane there on tracks, you know, and this is 5-story building in America, 4-story building in Europe, because in Europe, or at least in Poland, they don't count the first floor. They count the first floor as a parterre, or you know, parterre. So it wasn't the oh boy, move, 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 so you don't get immobilized. But now you gotta fight all these. I should bring, yeah, there you go, immobilized. Okay, let's get some of my tanks to help out. But in any case, that's what happens when the workers left on weekends. We go into those sites, and they were not like a safe place. You had you know, wire, coil wire everywhere, stuff left everywhere. You know, I mean, that we survived. It's amazing that we survived, you know, the way we did. Because I remember my sister, she went somewhere and there was a piece of rebar sticking out of the ground. I mean, you just running around, you know, on the grass, you fall down and there'd be a piece of rebar sticking out of the ground, and you poke your knee on it or something. That's what she did. And then she had to sit, and my mom, being a nurse, you know, wrapped that up for her. And then her curing time, she didn't go get stitches. She was sitting on a chair on the balcony, and she cured it. That was in the summer. That's when most of us get hurt, in the summer. That's how childproof that area was, you know. So we didn't know what childproofing is. It was, if you did something like that, it's because you were stupid, you know. That's all you ever hear. Even I was watching the Polish movie not too long ago, and it just came right back to me, because the number one thing is they talking, and number one thing, what are you, dumb? And ironically, there it is, you know, and where we talk to ourselves like that, you know, what are you, dumb? You dumb? You know, so there you are. So yeah, good old days. Anyway, those were the good old days. We got a Ferdinand right there. Maybe I can take him down with the artillery. Artillery! Because there's nothing else that's going to take him down. Let's see what we can get here. Here's the Neverwerfers. Maybe we can kill some of them. And a flak. Maybe we can hit the flak with our artillery. There's another one somewhere there. But anyways, that's what it is. So yeah, nothing childproof there. Nothing childproof. It wasn't like here when we went. There's another flak. Yeah, when we went playing, that was a construction site. When they came in and did the sewers, you know, they have those big concrete, you know, sewer pipes that you put together. They would stack them. You know, they would stack them, and not that it was safe, but the moment they leave, there's the kids, man, playing in those. You know, it's like, wow. You know, quite frankly, with all that stuff that was happening there, we should be dead, but here we are. We made it. So there it is. I mean, that's my childhood. You know, there was nothing safe anywhere on that neighborhood. In fact, I might tell you a sad story later on. But anyways, yeah, people got hurt. We had a train because it was a coal mine. We had train running not too far from there, and yeah, kids lost their legs there too. So and there was no one to you know, it didn't go to sue somebody. Oh my God, because my leg got because you know, government owned that, and you were dumb to go play by the tracks. So that's how that goes. So sad stories sometimes, but that's how it goes. Well, let's hit him. Having a hard time to decide what I want to do here. But first thing I want to do is kind of move my army up there because I'm supposed to be saving them. So somehow we gotta move our army up there and go. Plus, I want to save myself from them ME-262s. The last time we had ME-262s, I don't think I shut down any of them. So we'll see what's gonna happen here because I really want to save my artillery. Artillery. Yeah, let's do this. Do some looking. What's he's got? So all those trenches are empty, except for that one. And there's a King Tiger, König Tiger, Tigr. And the infantry just coming and coming. Gotta go across that. I'm thinking maybe I go across the bridge instead of there, but I'm pretty sure the bridge is mine, like it was in Burning Horizon, where they mined that one bridge. They're coming pretty heavily. And there's ME-262s, yeah. We'll see see how many we shut down or how many he shuts down of me. And there's Hetzer coming. Hetzers are coming. Let's get something repaired. Go fix the tracks. Go fix this guy. This guy's over there. Let's fix my tank. Yep. There we go. Yeah, so when we were kids, we were, yeah, it wasn't like you know, nobody, how can I say it, you know, there was so much danger in that neighborhood that nobody like really did anything about it. It wasn't really like cleaned up or nothing. It was just accident prone, man, accident prone. So that's what it was. That's what I remember. Alright, well, let's concentrate here on this game here and play for a second, because we're supposed to cross this and we got all this stuff, and I'm not shooting down any of his planes. Yeah. Run before he kills me. Run. Gonna fix that tank sometime today. And there's something shooting. There's artillery shooting from the middle. Nebo warfare probably. Where's he shooting here? Sometimes you can't select these trucks. That's the thing. You click on it, and it doesn't want to select. This game is sometimes very annoying. Enemy bomber has been destroyed. We got one. They got a lot of. Where are they shooting? He's got stuff there. Where are we shooting? Oh. And we're gonna go across. We gotta kill that. Enemy bomber has been destroyed, so we got some better fighters. Ooh. Look at that. A Yak Tiger. Hetzers are coming. They killed one, that's okay. They killed that long-range artillery, so that's good. Probably Westbell Hamel. I don't know if they're gonna do something or they're just gonna sit there. I should bomb them. Oh wow, look at all this infantry. Son of a gun. Selecting that. Oh, we got a truck coming in. And one of my core units has been killed. Okay, I parked them wrong. Calliope. I didn't pay attention who killed them. There has to be... There has to be right there, Nebel Warper right behind. Look how many orange circles there. One flag. Okay. Let's get going. So they're pounding me here. Oh, look at that orange circles light up. Here they come. Oh, they're coming right at me. Right at me. Go, go, go across. Go. Go. One should be repaired, but... Come on, come on. Go, go. Destroy mortar car. Alright, we're not gonna worry about mortar car right now. We're gonna... Holy crap, he's got all this infantry. All this infantry coming, and there's another warfare or something, whatever hit me. Oh, that's number warfers. We gotta cross that, we gotta quiet him down. Wow, look at that. Look at him pounding this. Infantry, I think I got enough to stop him here. This thing is can cross it with the number warfers there. Get my artillery closer. Jeez, no end to that infantry. I'm gonna lose some tanks here. That's my voice. Conquer weapon factory. Yeah. Look at this thing coming. We gotta move it back and forth because they're shooting there. So if I'm moving back, then you should have. That's pretty accurate. Some kind of glitch. This is what I'm saying. This OBS, the OBS I got is only set up for Windows 7, and I cannot upgrade it. So the new OBS might be better, or I have to find another way to record this because this OBS is glitching. I noticed that when I'm playing, you know, the game, it's not happening there, but during the OBS replay, sometimes it's glitching. Something's missing. So the whole picture changes. I'm not sure. Something not working properly. Come on. How many more of them are coming? Oh boy. Back off, back off, back off. Now look at this. They're pretty accurate. They're send my bombers in. Let's see if we can do something. One of your core units have been killed. There we go. See, another glitching. Ah, son of a gun. Okay, this is just it. To cross this dam, it's taking an awful lot of time. Alright. Yes. Something glitching. I'm gonna have to shorten this to like 30 minutes. And that's about it. 30 minutes played through, and that's about it, because the longer I play, the worse it gets. I hope I got to something there. Oh, we got the car. We got the car, so that's good. Got that howitzer there. Oh boy. And there's another one. Jeez. I'm gonna be out of tanks here in a minute. Gotta push across that dam and destroy all the nebulware first. My RT situated. Get across there.
On my way.
There's a lot of flak.
Armor here. Ready for action.
Still got a planes flying around. Where's my RT? RT's here. Gonna deal with that little flak there. Bring him here. Let's pound that flak. Ground attack plane has been destroyed. And they're just hitting me. We've got to get across that bridge there. I'm not gonna have any core units to push across there. We got like 3 tanks. The bomber has been destroyed. I think I lost all the heavy Super Fortress 7 bombers going home. Probably lose all the Super Fortresses here. Going home. Bomber has been destroyed. There's a ME-262 flying around there. I don't know if that's the ground attack plane or is that the fighter? Those fighters. Yeah, goodbye fortresses. And this just keeps shooting and keeps shooting. Well, we gotta cross it. Oh, I got another thing here, maybe. Fix it. Oh boy. This has been disastrous, to say the least. And I'm not even on the outside yet. Technically, you could, you don't have to take all these losses. You can just sneak around. You can get a scout. I'm not sure if I press on the paratroopers if I get a scout or not, but regardless of the scout, I gotta get across that dam there and get going. Plus, we want to have a little bit of fun. We don't want to just sneak around and artillery everything. Artillery. But it is a little annoying. But then again, that's what you call challenging, right? Annoying, challenging. So we gotta do this stuff.
Nothing left to shoot. Armor.
They got one flag somewhere by that castle. I wasn't paying good enough attention to remember where it was. Get them refueled, reloaded. Ready to go across there. Shall we?
Here. Roger that.
No, they're shooting. Look at this. How they know where he's at? You know, how they know where he's at? How they know where this guy is at? Well, let's just go across. We gotta silence that. We'll never get there if we don't silence that.
Yes, sir.
Let's hope there's no more infantry. Let's go. And there's a naval warfare sitting in the middle of nowhere. And there comes the infantry. So, yeah. Get that infantry. Yeah, let's pile up for the naval warfare first. And they must be shooting because I see flashing. Let's go. Let's get him out there. Let's go. There's stuff. Let's go. Where's the? Oh my! Look at that! Look at that! So they're reloading them. They're getting ready. Get going. Oh, look how many they got. Gotta kill him! Kill him! Kill him! Kill him!
What are the orders? In position. For win or bust.
And here comes infantry again. Get some artillery support there. Come on, come on.
Affirmative.
Don't want to deal with that bunker, honestly. Maybe from the backside, I'm not sure. I want to get all the naval warfare down. That's going to make my life... Oh, there we go. We update. Okay. Maybe we should pull back now. Reload. This guy's going to be dead. Something's shooting at him. There, Tiger. Tiger. Yeah. Is he coming up to me or not? Is he shooting anything? Yes, he's killing something, but Tiger not coming or coming? Tiger not coming, coming, not coming. We gotta get the troops to all my anti-tank guns. Running out of tanks, especially my own. I broke the carnival rule, you know, something else supposed to go in front, mine in the back, but that's not what happened. So anyways, I think we just pull them back. Pull them back and go. Hit there a little bit so it don't resupply. And the Tiger didn't come.
Sir, yes, sir. Armor here.
Okay. No, it's time to pull back. Pull back, reload, reassemble, and try this again next time, I think. Because it's time. Oh, I got this one. I forgot about it. So we got what? 4 tanks left. Yep. Alright, guys. We'll see you next time.